Hello student, myself Priyanka, your physics teacher. In our previous classes, we have already learned about the spherical mirror, then convergence and divergence of light. After that, we have learned important terms related to spherical mirror. Okay. So now in today's class we have to learn about sign convention for the reflection of spherical mirror and the formation of image. So let's start our class today. So first topic, sign convention for the reflection by spherical mirror. There are two main points you have to remember. All the distance are measured from the pole of the spherical mirror. We already learned in our previous class that what is the pole. If you are not watching this first class, please go and watch it. Then let us learn, this is a spherical mirror. Which kind of mirror is this? We have learned already in our first class. It is a concave mirror. Now what is the pole? Pole means the midpoint of this mirror is known as pole. This is pole. And it is represented by P. Clear? So it is pole. When we have draw this line, what is known as? It is known as principal axis. Okay, and the center of the sphere is also known as center of the spherical mirror or center of curvature. It is represented by C. Clear? So whenever you measure the distance, it is always measured from the pole. Let me give one example. Suppose there is a object. Okay, let us represent by AB. AB is a object. Clear? This is pole. So how can we measure the distance? If we say that what is the distance of the object, you have to write distance of the object is equals to PB. You cannot write BP. Always you have to start from the pole, PB. Clear? Similarly, if the object is placed here, let us consider A dash, B dash, then what will be the distance? Then also the distance will be PB dash. That means whenever we measure the distance, whenever it will be object distance or image distance, we have to measure all the distance from the pole. That means it will be start from the pole only. Clear? This is our first point. All the distance are measured from the pole. Clear? Now the second point is distance measured in the direction of incident light are taken as positive. What is the meaning of this line? Let us explain. Suppose this is the incident light, like this. If AB is a object, the light is coming from the object, no? From A towards this point, object is, that means light is coming. Let us represent this ray as A dash or AO, you can also represent. So AO, what is the direction of the incident light? AO. But what is the direction from the pole? From the pole, the direction is PB. Direction of object is from PB, but the incident is AO. So these two direction is opposite now. That means the object distance is in the opposite direction of incident light. If I represent the object distance by U, in that case U will be negative. Clear? Now in case of this point, that means if the object is here, then the incident light is like this. Na? Suppose it is AO dash. So A dash, O dash. It is the direction of light. And what is the distance? PB dash. Again, it is opposite to the direction of incident light. So it will be taken as a negative. Clear? So as I told you, so whenever we measure the direction, that means this is the direction of incident light. If this is the direction of incident light, then the distance measured from this side, that means from whenever the direction of incident light and the direction of the distance is same, then it will be taken as positive. And if the direction of incident light and the direction of the distance, measuring the direction of the distance, line of from P we have to measure all the distance. So if we measure, if any object or image is from, suppose this is a point A and this is a point B. So whenever the direction PB is taken as negative, why? Because the incident light is coming like this. If this is the direction of incident light, then the value, the opposite PB is measured as a negative. Why? Because this direction is opposite, and PA is in the direction of incident light, so it will be positive. Clear? So we can say that whenever we measure the distance in the direction of incident light, it will be taken as positive, and if we measure the distance opposite to the direction of incident light, then it will be negative. This thing you have to remember. Okay, and from where we have to measure the distance? Always we have to measure the distance from the pole. That means starting point should be pole, like this, PB, PA. You cannot measure BP or AP like this. You have to start from the pole. Clear? Now another point is also there. Now image and object. If the image or object is perpendicularly upward to the principal axis, like this, if we are drawing XY axis, na, it will be Y dash, X dash like this. So upward is taken as a positive axis and downward is taken as a negative axis. Similarly, in that case also, whenever the object or image is upward, then it will be taken as positive, and if it is perpendicularly downward, then it is taken as a negative. Clear? So this is the rule for sign convention by reflection of a spherical mirror. So 2 points are there, you have to remember. All distance, every time all distance will measure from the pole of the mirror, and whenever the distance is in the direction of the incident light, it will be taken as positive, and whenever the distance is measured opposite to the direction of the incident light, then it will be taken as a negative. Clear? Now we will learn about the image formation by spherical mirror. So let us do it. Just take a screenshot of this note. Now we will learn about the formation of image by spherical mirror. First we have to learn about the rule for obtaining the image. We will explain here both the spherical mirror for concave as well as convex. So first rule for obtaining the image, let us draw the mirror first. So this is our concave mirror. As we learned in our previous class also, this is pole. Okay, whenever any incident light ray coming parallel to the principal axis, which one is our principal axis? This one is our principal axis. So whenever incident ray coming parallel to the principal axis, so look at this, this is incident ray and it is our principal axis. Whenever the ray is parallel to the principal axis, after getting reflected from the concave mirror, it is passing always through the principal focus. So this is the first rule for obtaining the image from a concave mirror. So whenever, what is the first rule? Whenever parallel incident ray coming and incident on the mirror, after reflection it will always pass through the focal point, or you can say that principal focus. So it is for concave mirror. Now for convex mirror, what will be the rule? Same rule is there, but you know that convex mirror is a diverging mirror. Just take a screenshot of this note. Now the second rule for getting or for obtaining the image is, whenever Let us again draw this concave and convex mirror. It is our principal axis. Now if the ray is coming from the center of curvature, suppose this is our center of curvature, whenever the incident ray pass through the center of curvature, after reflection it will follow the same path. That means the incident ray passing through the center of curvature or center of the mirror reflect back along the same path. Okay, what is the meaning of this point? The meaning of this point is that the incident angle and reflected angle in case of this ray will be 0. So this is for concave mirror. Now what will happen for convex mirror? Same rule is there. Like this, let us draw a convex mirror. See, suppose the incident light coming like this and which is passing through a center of curvature. After reflection, it will follow the same path. That means reflect back in the same way. So, two rules we have learned. In the first rule, we have learned that if the incident ray parallel to the principal axis, after getting reflected from the mirror, it will always pass or appear to pass from the principal focus. Pass through the focus in case of concave mirror and appear to pass in case of convex mirror. And second rule we have learned, whenever the light pass through the center of curvature, then after reflection it will follow the same path. Clear? So these are the two rules. Now the third rule we have to learn. Center of curvature we have learned. Now if the light ray, this is center of curvature, suppose this is our focal point, midpoint. You can draw this with your rounder also, so that you can easily locate the center and midpoint. So if the ray is passing through the focal point like this, if the incident ray coming and passing through the focal point, then after getting reflection, it will become parallel to the principal axis. Clear? So whenever the incident ray passing through the focal point, after reflection, it will become parallel to the principal axis. Same rule is followed for. Now, this is our convex mirror. So, whenever the light is passing through the focal point, that means appear to pass, you can see it is a diverging mirror now. So, it will not pass through the focal point or principal focus. It will appear to, if you extend this line, it will appear to pass from the focal point. In that case also, the light ray after reflection become parallel to the principal axis. So these are the three rules. In first rule we have learned, if the light ray parallel to the principal axis, then after reflection it will always pass or appear to pass through the principal focus. In the second rule, we have learned, if the light ray pass through the focal point or principal focus, after reflection it will become parallel to the principal axis. And if the light ray passing through the center of curvature, then what happens? It will reflect back along the same path. Now, if the ray is incident on the pole, then what happens? If the light ray is incident on the pole by making some angle, suppose this is our incident angle I, okay, it is obliquely falling on the pole, then what happens? It will reflect back at the same angle. Here I is equal to R, just like the reflection law now. At which angle it will incident, it will reflected with the same angle. For example, if it is incident at a 30-degree angle with the pole, then it will reflect back also with 30-degree angle. So these are the rule. This is followed for convex lens also. So these are the rule for obtaining the image. Now let us learn about the formation of image. These are the main three rules we have learned. Just take a screenshot of this note. Now we have to form the image by the mirror. First, basically the image formed by concave mirror is very important. So first let us learn this image formed by concave mirror in case of concave. Depending upon the position of the object, the nature of the image and the position of the image changes in case of concave mirror. First, we have to learn when the object placed at infinity, then what kind of image we will get from a concave mirror. Suppose infinity, just like sun, the sun ray will come parallel, always parallel. So whenever the object is at infinity, what happen? All the light ray come parallel to the principal axis, like this. All the ray come parallel to the principal axis. So from the first rule, you know that if the rays are coming parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will pass through the focal point or principal focus. So this is our focus point. Clear? So in case of when the object is placed at infinity, then the image will form at the focal point, and you can see that it is a point image. Okay. Now can you tell me what is the nature of the image? We already learned in class 8 that whenever the image from by the convergence of light, what is the meaning of convergence of light? When the reflected ray actually meet at a point, then it will form a real image. So here all the light ray meet at a point, so it will form a real image. And infinity means the object size is very greater or bigger object, but the image is point here. As a result, it is diminished. Okay. So when the object is at infinity, then image formed by the concave mirror is real and diminished, and the position of the image at a focal point or principal focus. This is our first image formed by a concave mirror. You can take screenshot of this note. Now let us learn. If the object, suppose this is our pole, this is our center of curvature, midpoint focus. You can draw it by rounder so that your center and the midpoint will be correct. Then it will be easy for you to draw. Now if the object, suppose this is object, is beyond the center of curvature, that means away from the center of curvature. Whenever you draw want to obtain the image, you have to draw two rays always. One parallel ray. If it is parallel, what happen? It will pass through the focal point after reflection. From the second rule, whenever parallel ray incident on the mirror, what happen? After reflection, it will pass through the focal point. And the second ray you have to draw a ray passing through the center of curvature or center of the spherical mirror. So after reflection, from the second rule, you can say it will reflect back along the same path. So you can see that at this point, these two rays meet. That means here the image will be join this line. Here the image will from, in the axis B is there, so let it as a B dash and it is A dash. So here AB is equal to object and A dash B dash is. Now see, AB is in the upward direction and A dash B dash in downward direction. So as we are learning in sign convention, you can say that if we consider the height of the object is H and AB dash, if we consider it is as a H dash, what you can take? H will be positive as it is upward in sign convention. Just now I told you that in case of sign convention, when it is vertically upward, it will taken as a positive. That means AB is positive and A dash B dash will be negative. Okay, understood what is the sign convention here? Now we have to represent the object distance. I told you object distance or any distance always measure from the pole. So object distance will be PB. So what will be the sign of PB? You can see the ray is coming like this, A in this direction. Suppose this is O, AO direction, and the distance is measured from PB. That means they are opposite to each other. The direction is opposite to each other. So it will be negative as per the sign convention. And object distance is measured by, represented by U. Similarly, image distance also A dash B dash, P B dash, and the incident ray is AO na, so image distance is also negative. Negative. So this is represented by V. Clear? Sign convention also I explain here. So you can say that whenever the object is beyond the center of curvature, then the image formed by the concave mirror is inverted. It is inverted, na? Image form is inverted, and it will form in between focal point and center of curvature. And the size of the image is also less than the size of the object, and the image is real. Why I told you it is real? Because the reflected ray meet at a point, so it will form a real image. So let me again explain. Whenever the object is beyond the center of curvature, then the image formed by a concave mirror is diminished. Why I told you diminished? Because the size of the object is greater than the size of image. Inverted, ulta ho raha hai na? Inverted, and that means the position of the image will be in between focal point and center of curvature. Clear? Now you can take a screenshot of this note. Now the next. Now if we place the object at the center of curvature, then we have to take a ray parallel to the principal axis which passing through the focus point, and the ray passing through the focal point. After passing to the focal point, it will parallel to the axis. These two rays meet at this point A dash. So you can see that the object is also at center of curvature, image also from in the center of curvature, and one thing is the size of the object and the size of the image will be same. That means H and H dash will be equal, but here H dash is negative because it is inverted, and the position of the object and image again it will be negative as part of sign convention. So you can say that when the object is placed at the center of curvature of the mirror, then the image is also formed in the center of curvature. What is the nature of the image? The image will be real, inverted, and having the same size as that of the object. So till now what we have learned? Image formed by the concave mirror when the object is at infinity. What will be the nature of the image? It will be diminished, highly diminished. That means point of image will become and real. And what is the position? The position of the image will be principal focus point. And then we have learned if the image is object is placed beyond the center of curvature, then the position of the image will be in between principal focus and center of curvature. And what is the nature of the image? The image will be real, inverted, and diminished. Diminished, the meaning of diminished means the size of the image is smaller than the size of the object. Now if we place the object at the center of curvature, then what happens? The image is also formed at the center of curvature, and the nature of the image is inverted, real, and the size of the image is same as that of the object. Now let us learn the next part. Now the part is if you place the object in between focal point and center of curvature. This is our object AB. If we place AB in between FC, that means focal point and center of curvature. Again, I draw a line parallel to the principal axis which passing through the focal point. Then the light ray which is passing through the principal focal point, after reflection it will become parallel. So they are meet in this A dash point. You can see what is the nature of the image. The image, again, it is real image and it is inverted, and you can compare AB is less than A dash B dash. That means now the image become magnified. What is the meaning of magnified? The size of the image is greater than the size of the object. And what is the position? The image will from beyond the center of curvature. So if I sum up all this thing, you can say if we place the object in between focal point and center of curvature, then the image formed by the concave mirror is enlarged or magnified, real and inverted, and position of the image is beyond the center of curvature. Clear? Now, if I place this image at the focal, if I place the object at the focal point F, what happened? Again, you can see these reflected ray are not made at any single point. That means it will meet, if you enlarge or if you extend this line, it will meet at infinity, na? Because they become parallel. So you can say that image is from at infinity and it will be very magnified or enlarged. Clear? One thing you can see, whenever we bring the object closer to the concave mirror, the size of the image is increases. Here, if we place this object in between focal point and center of curvature, inverted and real image we are getting, but the size of the image will be greater than the size of object. So, if we place at the focal point, then what happen? The image will be at infinity, enlarged, and it will be real also. Now, we have to see what happen if we further bring close the object towards the mirror, concave. If we place the object between pole and focal point, then what happen? The image will from behind the concave mirror. And you can see the light ray doesn't meet with each other. We just extend it. Then what happen? It will appear to meet A dash B dash. Okay. A dash B dash is a virtual image and it is erect. Erect means this is vertically upward and image is also vertically upward. It is known as erect. The image formed is erect. Magnified, that means the size of the image is greater than the size of the object. And what is the position of the image? The image will from behind the mirror. So you can see concave mirror from diminished image also, real image as well as virtual image. In the case whenever you place the object in between pole and focus point, then concave mirror will give you a virtual image, erect image, and it is magnified. Clear? These are the position of the image formed by concave mirror. So let us sum up again and take a screenshot of this note. In the next class, we will learn about image formed by convex mirror. Only 2 points are there, and the application of convex and concave mirror and mirror formula and some numerical from this. Thank you.